feel like my camera is at a really weird angle. Anyway, better late than never. I'm gonna be trying out the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Every time I've gone to Ulta since it launched and was being sold at Ulta, it has been sold out. But about 2 weeks ago, I can't remember when I went, but they had it. So let's see. I have already put the grapeseed oil on my face, and the instructions here just say, apply a thin, even amount to moisturize skin prior to makeup application and allow to set for 30 seconds before applying foundation. So first I'm going to put on some eyeshadow primer. This is my eyeshadow base from Amuse in the shade Clean Slate. So this is how much I'm going to use, I guess. It actually feels a lot like my eyeshadow primer. And it says to allow it to sit for 30 seconds at least. That's not a problem because I don't even know what foundation I want to wear today. I guess we'll just go with the Juvia's Place. This is shade 210, which is Togo. I'm putting this on the back of my hand. Yesterday, I didn't record anything, but yesterday I just put it directly in the sponge and sort of slather in my face. I'm probably not going to be doing that anymore because I accidentally grabbed the wrong shade. And then it was all over my face and I didn't have time to fix it. I just wet my sponge with witch hazel. I've got this much foundation. It's lighter than my hand, lighter than my face, darker than my chest. I wore it one other time, the time I recorded, and then yesterday I was going to wear it, but I screwed up and grabbed the wrong shade. I grabbed the shade 240, which I cannot wear. I don't know, I feel like today putting on the foundation, you can actually see like the little spongy marks when I bounce it across my face. I don't know if that's the primer or not. Looks like I need just a little bit more. It's really cute. I have a few spots that I want to cover. This little tiny amount right here. Well, actually, you can see when I initially put it on, it's a lot lighter. So it does darken up when I put it on. Like when it sits on my face for bits, that's good. You know, I keep meaning to try this foundation with this brush to see what the coverage is like. Okay, so these are the areas that I needed more coverage. So just put it on there and blend that out. Remember, I think I said this is shade 210 Togo. And I was going to worry a little bit more about coverage on my nose, but I wear glasses. So again, whatever. Highlight with Conceal and Define in the shade C12 from Revolution. And hopefully the light from the background isn't too much. Usually I don't have the curtains open this early in the morning, but they were already open and figured it would be weird to close them in the morning, so I just left them open. Okay, I think that works. Smooth out my eye primer again. I'm going to set my highlight with my Ben Nye Pretty Pink powder. I'm going to contour with my Ben Nye Ebony powder. Now that I've got that down, I've already blended under here with the big brush, but I'm going to use my smaller brush after I wipe it off, blend out my contour. I'm going to throw on some eye makeup and I'll be back. Okay, there's one of those moments where you don't know exactly what you're trying to do, but then you realize this ain't it. This ain't it. But I gotta go to work. So right now I'm just brushing off my bake and any fallout. I'm actually trying to figure out if I want to do a really strong blush to detract from my eyeshadow, or if I want to do a really subtle blush so that there's not much attention on my face. I don't know. So I'm just going to throw on some purple blush, shade Purple Passion from e.l.f. Me. Whatever. I don't have time for this mess. Okay, and today I'm using the Deep Dark Powder from Revolution to set my face. I need to refill my Ben Nye nutmeg powder in my jar, but don't have time. So I grabbed what was closest. Okay, so I'm going to skip a couple steps since I'm seriously running out of time. I just threw my lip color and my eyeliner in my purse, so I'll put those on at some point if I get a chance. I'm not even going to use rose water. I'm just using my e.l.f. makeup fixer. And I guess this is what we've got going on for now. Oh, and mascara. Put that in my purse too. Okay, I don't think I need to check in midday for like a wear test, but I might just so we can see how the foundation looks in different lights, of course. And then also, you know, get a closer look at how this Poreless Putty Primer actually makes my skin look. As for the setting spray, I pretty much like it. It's the second time using it. Yesterday I couldn't find it because I'm a mess. But it works out well, and it's more expensive than my other setting sprays in one sense, but then I realized that you get twice as much as you do in the regular sprays. It's like 8 ounces, so it's actually very, very reasonable. So I'll probably buy it again. Anyway, gotta go, bye. Okay, good morning. This is gonna be a pretty quick run through. As usual, I'm running short on time. And I've already lost the shirt I was planning to wear today, so I've got to find that. But I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer again. I already put some on my hand, and then I forgot that I hadn't started recording. I forgot to put on moisturizer. Oh well. Okay, and I'm not pre-powdering or concealing because I'm running short on time. I'm going to use the Hue Noir True Hues Flawless Matte Finish Foundation in the shade Brownie. Oh, and today I wet my sponge with rose water. Not sure why. I think the witch hazel. I think the witch hazel is working out, but I just used rose water today for, I don't know. A lot of things I do don't have a reason. Okay, maybe I should have done some concealing and pre-powdering. Throw a little bit more foundation on. So far, I do think this primer does give me a smooth, very smooth finish. It doesn't do anything for mattifying though, but I really didn't think it would. And I'm using a mattifying foundation anyway, but I do like the way the primer smooths everything out. On the sponge is one of those microfiber sponges. Let's see, it's not the Clean Color one. This is the Clean Color, no. This is the Shop Miss A microfiber sponge. It seems to be holding up a lot better than the Clean Color microfiber sponge for whatever reason. And I think that also helps give a more matte finish and a smooth, even texture. And I've been such a mess lately that I kind of pulled out a lot of my stuff off to the side here so I can have it ready to roll instead of running around trying to find it. But I still didn't pull out highlighter, or highlight, whatever. I hate the fact they're both called the same thing. I'm going to highlight today with the Youthful Glow Concealer by Ulta. This is in the shade Tan Cool. And yes, it is very light, but I will be blending, so don't get too worried. And a little bit goes a long way. I only dipped into there that one time, and I have enough to spread everywhere. Blend out with the same sponge I was using earlier. Just going to use the, whatever. Blend it out, I think we're all right. I'm going to set with my Midnight Pretty Pink Powder. Okay, and I didn't put on eye primer yet. So today I'm going to use this Clean Color Shadow Seal Waterproof Shadow Converter. If I remember correctly, you can use this as a primer or a sealer or a mixer. I kind of like to use it as a primer or as a mixer. I don't like using it as a sealer, and I'm just not very good at that, and I make it a mess. I'm going to try to start doing my primer again after a few of my other steps, because I've realized that if I don't put enough on, then it dries out too soon and doesn't do as well with my eyeshadows. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyes. I'll be right back. Okay, my eyes are done, and while I was steadying my hand to do my eyeliner, got black eyeshadow on my face. But since I have my bake down, maybe it'll come off easy. No. A dab of foundation and a dab of concealer in those spots, and some more pretty pink powder. Taking that on top of those spots. And I guess I'll let that sit for a moment. I thought I was done baking my face, but so for blush today, let's use this Artisan Color Baked Blush from Black Radiance. This is the shade Raspberry. It's more strawberry to me, but whatever. Of course, it'll get blended out when I blend out my bake. So yeah, it's a little much, but don't know what's with all the sound effects today, sorry. Today I'm going to contour with this Ebony foundation powder from Clean Color. Airy Minerals Loose Powder Foundation, that's what it's called. And I don't know if y'all can see that, but this thing is like full of powder because the way the container is set up. It's really irritating. Okay, so I'm trying to brush the powder back into the container. And then whatever's left on the brush is what's going to get used on my face. I mean, it's like all over the edges. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I think this will work good for a contour. It'll work well for a contour. I just need to transfer it into another container before it makes me go crazy. That'll do, donkey. Now I'll brush off my bake again. This is not my contour brush. Today is not my day. Something looks off, but I don't know what. Throwing on some lip primer. Now that I've done that, I can feel that I really should have exfoliated my lips this morning. Hopefully they don't look too bad, but they feel. Yeah. Today I'm going to line my lips with this Coastal Scents Express Line pencil. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's green. Before I put on my lip color, I'm going to set my face with the RC No Color Powder. I'm missing something again. I didn't finish my face with my Ben Nye powder. Okay, well, since I normally use my brown Ben Nye powder brush to dust off my powder, anyway, I'll just pretty much do that. I usually use my Ben Nye powder, then my RC No Color powder, and then I brush off my powder using my brush that I use on the Ben Nye powder. But obviously I flaked on that, so I'm actually just using the Ben Nye powder now on top of the RC Made powder. You would think that since I actually, wrote down the order I like to do my makeup in, so I knew what order I wanted to do things in, and that's what I normally do, that you wouldn't forget steps. But obviously I do. But I seriously wrote out and planned out which was the best for like my time management skills. Not necessarily for like the best look or the best staying power, even though I tried that too. But I just had to weigh things down and weigh things out in terms of priority, time, what can be skipped, what cannot be skipped, and just put them in order that way. So I could do things in a consistent order without thinking. And I still failed myself. Me. I still think that turned out all right. Maybe I'll start doing that instead. I think the issue with the RC No Color Powder is why I put that on top was to eliminate as much transfer as possible. Now that I have more brown powder on top, there's more of a chance of transfer. This is my Mario Badescu Rose Water. I still haven't cleaned up my makeup part, so I've got like crap everywhere, so I'm still a mess. I want to highlight under my brows, probably not very obvious, but I used that Revolution Strobe Highlighter in the shade Moon Glow Lights. But I don't want to use that to highlight on my face today. This doesn't feel right. I'm going to use this Fenty Kilowatt highlighter. There's the shades, let's see, Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I will be using Moscow Mule, which is the sparklier of the two. I think I put a little bit too much on this side. I'm gonna wait till my face dries completely and then I'll brush it out a little. While I'm waiting for that, I'll put on some lip color. I'm gonna use this Butter London Plush Rush lip gloss in the shade Sparkling Green. Not sure how this will work out. This is what I plan to use, but it's a sheer lip gloss and I used a green lip liner. I guess that works good enough for now. It's a little less sheer than I would like. I thought it'd be like a little more clear and a little less white. But it works. I'm just going to diffuse my highlighter a little better. Don't need to make sure that they're even, because usually, at least when I'm at my desk, patients are on this side and there's no way anybody can sit over on that side, so no one usually sees that much of my face. I mean, I do turn to the side a bit, but I'm usually not face to face with the person, so we should be fine. Let's see, highlight, contour, blah blah blah. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna try this Clean Color Dozen Decker in the shade green, number 16 is what it says on the bottom there. I'll try that again. See how that looks. I don't think it makes much of a difference. And then also, the applicator doesn't go all the way down. That's really annoying. So if I go in there with a lip brush, it'll probably be a lot better, but I don't have time for that right now. I need to clean up my brows. Clean up my brows. Clean my brows. I need to contend with my brows. That'll work. And basically, as you know, I don't do anything really with them. I just brush out the powder and then try to put them back into a browish shape. One of these days, I might try to do something to fill in this little sparseness. Well, that one's not nearly as sparse as that one. And then give myself a tail, but not today. I'm gonna use this Ofra makeup fixer. There's that. I may put on mascara, but not right now. So I'm done, bye. Okay, I do not like this shirt. This is what we look like for, let's see, the sun's facing this way. So we got for a color match with the Hue Noir. Up close you can see some texture. Setting spray seems to be holding up. Obviously I did not get around to doing any mascara. Don't care anymore. I may or may not check in later. Chopping your sword cause the time is near. Gotta do it big like Bon Iver. I'm a rock star on a chandelier. Off the wall, see I'm about to go crazy. For the beast, anybody that can tame me.